ACFT is the power throw, where we take a 10-pound med ball and toss it over our head as forcefully as possible. We want to screen for this because we can often get a back injury, hip injury with this type of movement. Okay, so we're going to have two components to our screen. And again, we're trying to determine if the soldier is a red, meaning they have pain with one of these movements, and they're going to go see the medic, go see the PT, the PA. If they're yellow, that means they have some limitation in their mobility, and they're going to go get some interventions, some exercises to help improve their mobility, or they're going to be green to go and they can continue to train and potentially take the test. Okay, so the first screen that we're going to do is getting them into a half kneeling position, which we call the Samson stretch position. Okay, so he's going to put his right knee down onto the pad, and we're going to find either the corner of a wall or an upright post, something where he can have kind of 1 foot up, 1 foot down, and has a corner that will intersect with his spine. Okay, so at the starting position, he's going to have his head, his back, and his tailbone in contact, and he's going to have his normal inward curve here. So from the side, you'll see that most people have an inward curve, and there's some space down here between the back and whatever they're using, whether it's the wall or an upright post like we have here. Okay. From the front, we want to make sure that his knee is kind of stacked right below his hip. So we don't want that knee flaring out to the side. So to set up for the screen, the knee needs to be just below the hip, right, just below the shoulder, so everything is in alignment from the front. Okay, we're going to allow the soldier to come up, if possible, and put their hand on the wall or grab the upright post here and keep their elbow in towards the their ear. Okay, and basically what we're going to see is where the soldier's knee is in relation to their hip. So this angle, right? So if I drew a straight line down from their hip, where does the knee land when the soldier can press their spine into the upright post? So he's going to tuck his tail under and really press in. Okay? So now what we see is the shoulder, hip, and knee are in basically a vertical line here, and he has tremendous pressure into the either wall or, in our case, this upright post. Okay, so this would be a green, meaning that we are stacked with all three joints and we have firm pressure all the way down. A yellow would mean that we cannot get pressure into the wall or into the post with the knee under the hip. So we have to move his knee forward. So relax your back, bring your knee forward quite a bit. So some people are going to require that we put some slack into the front of their hip for them to zero out. So now if they tuck back, right, and they get contact, this difference is how much that soldier needs to try to improve over time, okay? So again, what we're trying to determine is at what point does the soldier lose ability to press their spine into the wall or pull, okay? And where does that knee fall in relation to the hip, okay? So this would be a yellow if this was as far back as Jake could get. But again, we know, because we just tested him, that go ahead and relax, get your knee underneath your hip. We know that if Jake gets set up properly, he can have his knee right underneath his hip and zero out and press into the wall. So here we see a green. Green means go, okay? So we're going to determine if we're a yellow or a green with this test. Hey, if you like this video and find it valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to the Movement Guides YouTube channel.